Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great thrill to be here. This is our second show of the year in 2020. Thank you. As most of you know, if you've been watching the internet, we're raising funds to primarily just have some money to work with and to keep the show free all year long. We would like to upgrade our broadcasting gear so that people in Jersey can see a much better image and hear much better sound. So we're at $200 and something, 225, 50, 30. How much? 200 and 200?
I think it's 200.
I think it's 230.
Oh, wow.
But we're going to 500.
$330.
So if anybody gives $100 and you can find this fundraiser online, I'll give you a free copy to read of the Tabernacle of Hedonism screenplay that I wrote in the David Lynch MFA program at Maharishi University of Management, which has now changed its name, by the way, to Maharishi International University. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was the original name. Yes, that Maharishi that hung out with the Beatles. Yes. I love that guy. And I love transcendental meditation. I just want to say that. Oh, he's fine. David Lynch is kicking ass right now. I actually get to talk to him every so often. And so that's a beautiful thing. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue with our show. We mostly do the show because it has to be done. We don't actually do it for the audience. We don't do it for ourselves. We do it because it has to be done. The reason that it's happening is because all of the chaotic forces of the universe that seem to be reality produce, in essence, what you're seeing now. And so there's no way to not do the show. Because if we tried to not do it, we'd be doing something else, and that would be the thing. There's no escaping it, don't you see? And so what you have to do is really get down into the moment and do what you're supposed to do exactly the way it's supposed to happen. And even if you aren't sure how to do that, or if you don't try to do that, it will always happen that way. You can't fail. And if you just settle into that moment and ride it like a ride at Disney World, you're gonna have a great time. So ladies and gentlemen, I was planning on introducing many, many other people. But in fact, the only person I could introduce now is the person I'm going to introduce, who potentially then will play. I hope I've made myself clear. Please welcome to the stage the incomparable Tapeworm. Give him a round of applause. Music at the Tabernacle of Hedonism. I can't wait to see who we get to celebrate in 2020.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, thank you, Tapeworm.
Thank you, Tapeworm.
Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Reverend. Thanks to whoever robbed the McDonald's on University.
Oh, that's what happened today.
I'm glad no one got hurt.
They have money at the McDonald's?
Right? How much they got? Probably $50 at the most.
See if the switches on that guitar, just pull it forward there, the switch on the microphone, see if that's on. Oh my God, it wasn't on!
That song was about
Everybody okay?
turmoil.
Everybody okay?
In the Middle East.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. No, go ahead and switch it on. It's fine now. I've got control of it now. Yes. All right. And just play a little bit.
Oh, and thanks whoever keeps pissing on the toilet seat. Thanks. Theodore Durant. The Belfry killer was executed 122 years ago yesterday. So this will be the serial killer song of yesterday.
Hey, don't forget, you got a show coming up.
Loudly religious and a medical college student, Sunday school teacher's assistant. His time was regularly spent at the Emmanuel Baptist Church. In fact, Theodore Duran was there when Blanche Lamont and with no clue where she might have went. Theo tried to say she went astray, dropping misleading hints. But he wasn't alone when she confronted Theo. She was next. As a suspect, he was questioned still. Sorry.
You want to start over?
Raise this mic.
Well, okay.
Let me hear that guitar. Hold on. Let me get this sound.
That was Theodore Duran was just one part of that song, but let me try a different part of that song, a more recent. Oh yeah. Utah, 1981, Sunday, November 22nd. The Mormon family party got a little weird when Jason got the headache. Now I'm just gonna try a different part of that same song, I guess. Or maybe I'm just gonna move on to the next song. So today will be Bill Bunnan's birthday.
Yay!
He was born on the same day as David Bowie, 1947, January 8th. The same day. He was the freeway killer. I don't know how those charlatan astrologists could explain that one. How two people could be born on the same day and be so different. I was hoping Marvo would be here because he knew one of this guy's victims. New Year's Day in 1980, they stole Michael McDonald, turned up the third in San Bernardino, murdered the following Cole, David Murillo, two John Does, and Frank Parcel after Soul. Sean King still missing is like a never-ending funeral. Each victim of this strange cult sadly became more usual. I guess I just don't practice enough.
It's because we've been doing friendly cunts. Blame friendly cunts.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame it on that. It's just maybe.
I've seen you play at other shows, and you never miss anything.
So it's the shirt.
It's the show.
So that would have been the serial killer song for today. But what time is it? All right, it's still early. So the serial killer song for tomorrow. Dorothy Puente will be turning 93. No, 91. Yeah, she turns 91 tomorrow. But she died in prison a few years back. She was a boarding house killer lady. She looked like a really nice lady. Dorothy's boarding house in 1426 was born with aged doors open for hopeless cases sent by social service agencies bestowed prisoners with patients. She took their whole pensions for payments, forging checks for slipping drugs in their dreams. Was her operation she did a few years locked away. They released her on probation. Ever since has been her pen pal during her incarceration. Then they finally met in person. By then wedding plans were made. His body found New Year's Day 1986. A makeshift homemade coffin left along the Sacramento River bank. This wicked witch of the Western medicine made prescription medication. Empty capsules of the tranquilizer. The victim's cocktails. Ruth Monroe made the mistake. Moving in, she died on April 28th. OD'd on codeine, labeled suicide. Taken to the morgue, which made no sense, but there was no investigation. While her big heart reputation balanced the dark speculation. Dorothy's nurse impersonation was a probation violation. A complicated relationship with officials who looked the other way. Soon her killings escalated. She ran out of explanations. Find a place out in the yard to hibernate. A fine location. Betty Palmer was next, and just in case to prevent identification, she amputates her arms and legs and head buried underneath the shrine of St. Francis. And this is how she made Betty Bandit without a trace. One arm was for Dorothy complaint. night. Broken sirloin, she claimed, but steel carpet was bloodstained and the smell of death permeated. Bert was easily persuaded, which would make him easy prey. From hallucination, he suffered from an untimely fate, drug into a pharmaceutical stupor, and asphyxiated behind these walls of blue and gray. Soon another room was available. The flower garden graveyard grew with the smell of decay, along with the smell of foul play. The cops could not be held at bay when the first corpse was excavated. She knew to be held at bay. She slipped away, went to LA, tried to stay under the radar, but with her picture in newspapers, they would find her sooner or later. When they did, they brought her back to Sacramento on a plane for forcing victims to meet their maker. Dorothy faced the guest chamber, although one juror named Jesus turned out to be Dorothy's savior. I don't do mornings, I don't do evenings, I don't do drugs when I'm sleeping. I don't do Christmas or AA meetings. When Easter rolls around, I'm trick or treating. I don't do PCP, I'm too PC already. And what I mean by PC is I'm purposely creepy. You should buy my CD. I listen to some GG sometimes. I tried. I think I was just going to end it with the flower violence counter-protest song like I usually been doing lately. Whose streets are streets, but who will pick up their cigarette butts? There ain't no power like the power of the people, but all power corrupt. What do we want now that we're fucked? When do we want it? After lunch. Finale. Oh, I found a hairnet on the side of the road today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you make soup with that.
Yep.
Hair soup.
It makes good soup.
There's bird's nest soup and then there's hairnet soup.
It keeps the hair out of the soup, actually, and it makes the soup good. So.
What's in there?
Yes.
What are you gonna do? Oh, you're not gonna.
What's going on?
What
It's like drugs. It's like drugs, but it's a lot safer.
Hold my ears?
Yeah, it's going to get loud.
Wait, that's not a firecracker. Oh my God.
No trigger alert.
Hey! It's my favorite part of the show. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Tapeworm, a round of applause. Thanks for being here, everybody. I mean, mainly you two. Thank you for being here, though. This is great. This is kind of where I actually like the show. I mean, we've got like 900 people watching in New Jersey. That's all I really need. And, you know, if we have 3 or 4 people live and one dead on the couch, that's fine. So you really hated that new Star Wars, huh? Yeah, all right. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm not going to say anything. Folks, we're at the spoken word and performance part of the show. I love that our special guest has returned, but our special guest has even brought a specialer guest. So this is like double special guest. So make sure you put your cell phones in your pockets and set them on vibrate, as I often do, because it's my favorite thing to do, and then I get all my friends to call over and over again until I get there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, I'd like to do a poem to introduce our poets. It's my most famous poem of all. No, it's a different poem.
Good, thank God.
It's called When Birds Come. When birds come, they shit on my head. They shit on my head, right on top of it. My head is what they shit on. I am a shithead when birds come. Thank you very much. I hope I've set the bar for you. Now you know what you're dealing with. Good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Grayson. Now, am I saying Olivier or Oliver? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Grayson, accompanied by Oliver. Get a drink and enjoy. This is The Real Deal.
The savages wreak havoc in the rose bed, and the birds of prey have declared a war on ascension. Ex-laborers pace in the milky hallways, and our children hover in a mosquito-sucked pre-industrial world. They are singing. Am I to uplift paradise with my only skin, to be a coolant against the brow of my elder's sin? My mother was prescribed a new ointment yesterday. She picked at the skin of her mother's suit throughout the night. Now, she is no more than fleshy, scrappy, thoroughly weaned. The licorice-colored wires drip to the grass, touching all our organs on the way down. They hang over and across your rooftops and windowsills. They look like cables, but they connect to nothing but the black smog above the perpetual city. Artists filled vacuous spaces with heavy detail. A christening occurs every minute. The muley newborn must be cleansed of its fetal perversions. A billion delinquencies occur every second. An overlapping, corrosive ocean. We are neck deep in the tentacles of a legacy of terrible self-denial. The Olympian summit rages with a red aura head, bidding the crouched children towards it with its mute flute that utters a torpid warble, a rough and succulent uncorking of innocence in a single exhale. The yowling and yapping their tiny engines in a single discordant note. A legacy is birthed that carries into their puberty onward. Obeyed and harnessed by their mother-father tongue, these bat children gush out in a blood flood into the piteous ray of twilight, twitching with hopelessness, with bug-hungry jaws trembling in a spasm of sensory awareness. They cry, out into the groping hands of night. I'm a fossilized soul clinging to a light share made of all humanity. I hang shiny and brown like an apple that lunges towards the ground and unsettles the dead skin from the comatose that floats like gold dust in the sun. Everything's touching me. There is a great torquing of me, trying to cut myself out of wanting to live in some primordial lake. That wait on the surface, but my mother's biting through the cord. I'm snagged in midair, mid-thought, mid-action, mid-life. And you are finding that you are complicit in this. You are bottling your liquids and sending them to starving children in Ethiopia. You are moaning softly in your bathroom at night, a faded green bar of soap in your hands. The sight of your own blood has driven you mad. You are not pure. You are not the exception. The rites of the breathing are as follows. Thrust, poke, gouge out, prod, jab, pound, beat, knock out. In the game we stole from nature. Not balls. Not bombs, but bombinations of dandelion fluff. Not death threats, cold, but bluffs of gold. My child kneels in the muddy knoll, the jasmine-tapped meadow I grew up in. A rheumatism of verdance dies out in hours. No wonder the fruit bats sleep upside down.
Yeah. Watches the phases of the earth from his throne of leaves on the gray side of the moon. Follow the lines of tracks prints of birds in the feather of nostalgia. Winks of lanterns in the grimace of dusk, and there you will find, spread and wide as the corners of an eye, the weeping red and yellow fruits of a fire crackling in a large metal drum. From such a height, serpents of blue and white, close up, the flightless view, no man's land, upended roots of trees in a thick dust, brown and mud and muck. The prince thinks of childhood, cruel crumbs of pies, wickedness in a garden with a family friend, closed doors, secrets like an angel drinking whiskey, a broken shell necklace lined with the teeth of sharks, hushed whispers in the vespers of falling honeysuckle, a blow so hard on the side of the head that only silence was left. Later, tea in a house built of ashes and cookies, the shapes of children sleeping on a hot aluminum tray, were served. We sat on chairs made from lakes, windows of sugar, walls of memories, and the rattling of winter, the dirt-flecked snow as it comes down the alleys in between the tenement buildings of housing projects. The kingdom crumbles. Slick oil reflections pour into the ears of thousand gendered snails collecting ladies' fingernails. Ocean birds walk across the salmon sands. The waves inhabit the scrape of 30 years. Sometimes it's best if we say no more.
The new thing we're doing at the Tabernacle of Hedonism
One more.
is a smoke break.
One more. I want more.
Well, you get more by coming next week. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You know you saw some shit right there. Let's go out and huff some tobacco and drink some booze and reconvene in 10 minutes for the exciting conclusion of the Tabernacle of Hedonism. The Reverend Angel Dust is here. Goddess bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a special announcement. I know we're still on smoke break. But anybody that likes Krispy Kreme donuts, we just had a delivery of fresh Krispy Kreme donuts out there. So if you want to go pluck one out of the Krispy Kreme donut box, this has happened. This is the real deal. Fresh Krispy Kreme donuts coming into the building right now, okay? We'll be starting in about 5 minutes for part 2, and part 2 is going to be a big motherfucker.
show. It's halftime. What do you do during halftime?
Whatever you want. You want to record it?
Sure.
Second.
Are you ready? I thought we were going to call Michael Garvin.
I'm gonna try it again.
Hey, Tom? Hey, Tom, what happened to calling Michael Garvin? Can we do that during the halftime show? It's a halftime show.
I got this. Don't start the show without me. I got this. Don't take over.
I was going to do a halftime show.
No, you moved my guitar already. You already messed me up.
I didn't touch anything.
No, come off the stage. I got this. We're going to introduce you in a minute.
What if we take live comments
This
from
is the
audience in
smoke
New Jersey?
break. No,
I want to know what New Jersey has to say.
well, you talk to the Reverend off the stage when you do that.
All right, well, you should really call Michael Garvin. And you should have a halftime show like Britney Spears or something. Get her out
Well,
here.
here's the news. I run the show.